Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Today in the Bible Bistro, we're looking at Psalm 62, verses 11 and 12. So we're going to close out the psalm today. And hasn't this just been a wonderful psalm? Again, I love the construction of this psalm. So it's 4 verses beginning with a chorus or a refrain there at the beginning. The Selah breaks the next 4 verses, 5 through 8, and then a Selah, and the last 4 verses. And we had a refrain or the chorus again that began the second part. And then we come to verses 9 through 10. David's sort of applying all of what he's learned or what he's said to us, and we connected immediately with verse 8 after we read verse 10. Don't trust in oppression, men of low degree. Don't trust in riches, men of high degree. Don't set your heart upon them. Now, what are we going to trust in? Well, we're going to trust in God, who is at all times our salvation and glory and rock and strength and refuge and so forth. Yeah. He's the one, because we have enemies, which he identifies there in verses 3 and 4. They imagine mischief. So all of that has led us now to verses 11 and 12. Now, if you have your Bible, I'll be glad to read these for us, but if you have your Bible, I want you to follow along with me as we read verses 11 and 12. God hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongs unto God. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongs mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. All right, so we have something very proverbial here, don't we? This sounds like something straight out of Solomon's Proverbs, because he says, once God has spoken, twice have I heard. That's almost like the statements in Proverbs that say, there are 6 things that God hates, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. And then he goes into the list. Pride, the haughty look is the first thing on that list. Or he'll say, there are 3 things that are wise in the earth, yea, 4 that go forth comely, or with stateliness. Those kind of statements that are in the Proverbs. Well, here it's that kind of thing. God has spoken once, twice have I heard this. And then we have 2 things. We have power belongs to God, and that what else belongs to God is mercy. So we notice that power belongs unto God, unto thee, O Lord, belongs mercy. So grace and mercy are in his hand, as well as power. So what is the power for? Well, it's the power to put men in the balance. Only God can do that. And so he has the power to render judgment. He has the power to create, of course. He's the God of heaven and earth. He made it all. The maker of heaven and earth, as the psalmist would say. But not only that, he has the power to take those things that he's made and judge them. So his power belongs to God. But then verse 12, also unto thee, O Lord, belongs mercy. So not only does he have power, but he also has mercy. His grace is seen in the fact that he knows we're flesh, and he knows that we're brief, and he knows that this life is transient, and he knows all of those things about us, and he's willing to be merciful to us if we will turn to him. Now, if we won't turn to him, and if we're going to go on our arrogant, pride-filled way, then he's going to judge us. He's going to judge us, and it's not going to be good for us. But if we turn to him in, submission and depend on the mercy. It's according to your mercy, Lord, that I'm saved, not according to my goodness. And he actually says that there in the last phrase of 12. For thou renderest to every man according to his work. Well, I don't want God to render to me according to my work. My work is not enough. I want him to render to me according to his mercy. That's what we should be pleading for. Because unto God belongs power, but also unto the Lord belongs mercy. Call on him today, friends. Trust in him right now. For to the Lord belongs mercy. Once have I heard this, or once God has spoken, but twice have I heard this, that power belongs to God. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongs mercy. He's going to render unto every man according to his work. Which side of the scales are you going to be on? Well, join me again next time, and we'll look at Psalm 63 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.